Welcome, my name is Cheyenne and I garden here in my backyard in Phoenix, Arizona, zone 9B. Today I wanted to go ahead and start my pepper seeds because they take me the longest to get started, and I want to make sure they're nice and ready by February or March whenever I need to put them out into the garden. So I thought I would go ahead and film that process and show you guys how I do it. I went ahead and got the seeds out so I can show you guys what I'm going to be starting today for my spring garden. So today I'm going to start all my eggplants and peppers. So for the eggplants this year, I'm going to be growing a Black Beauty eggplant. I've actually have the Black Beauty eggplant in my garden bed right now, so I was able to save seeds, but I want to have a new plant started just in case I need to replace it, because this eggplant has currently been in the garden bed for a few years, so I might replace it depending how it does through the winter. Another eggplant that I'm going to grow is the Casper eggplant. I don't have the original package that this came in, but it's just a small white eggplant. It's really cute, and I thought it'd be nice. I thought it would be nice to put it into a container or a pot. And then the last eggplant we're gonna do is these long eggplants. This is the Ping Tung Long. So I never grew this one, but it looks really cool and long, so I'm excited to have that. And then for the peppers this year, I'm gonna be doing the Chittapeen pepper. And I never grew the Chittapeen pepper before, but it's supposed to do really well in our climate, and I'm thinking that it's like a bush, so instead of putting it in my garden bed, I'm gonna put it in the ground because it's also a perennial, so it should be able to stay in the ground and come back year after year. That's what I'm hoping. And then for the rest of the peppers, I'm gonna do the Giant Marconi. Never did this one before, but it's supposed to do really well here. And I'm gonna do Anaheim pepper. I use these for cooking a lot. I'm gonna do the Shishito pepper. I grew this before. I don't really like the pepper. It was pretty bland even when I roasted it, but I know everybody really loves the Shishito, and my daughter actually really enjoyed it. So I'm gonna do this one again and see if maybe maybe I might like it. Maybe I didn't cook it good, or maybe there's another way to eat it that I might like it, but I thought it was bland. Another pepper is going to be a sweet banana pepper. I really like those ones for pizza and sandwiches. I'm going to do this giant jalapeno. Gonna do this poblano. I love poblanos for my cooking also. And then I'm going to start serrano. So I save these from my plant that I have right now, but I'm pretty sure that through the winter the plant might not do so well, so I'm just gonna replace it. And the serrano does really well here, but the peppers aren't that big, so that's why I want to try this one and see if maybe these grow bigger peppers, and if they do as well as the serranos, because the serranos are very productive, but they're small. At least mine are. They look pretty small. And then I'm gonna try this California Wonder bell pepper. I haven't had success when I did try this. My plant that I grew had like 2 bell peppers from it, but I'm hoping that if I get it started and get it out really soon, like right in the spring before it gets too hot, that maybe it will do better. And the last pepper I'm gonna do is, I don't know how to pronounce this, and I know it's showing up backwards, but This is supposed to be a really, really hot pepper. It says it's one of the hottest peppers in the world. I just wanted to grow this one for fun. I really wanted the ghost pepper, but I couldn't find it, so that's why I got this one. And I'm just gonna grow this and by itself, not in my garden bed and not with any other pepper because it is a hot one. So those are all the peppers and the eggplants that I'm gonna be getting started today. So right now I want to go ahead and mix my seed starting mix. I like to make my own because I just like to make my own. I think it's more cost effective and I get to have a bunch more. So I'll show you how I do that. So I start with about 40% peat moss, 40% compost, and like 25% perlite. I kind of just eyeball it. Okay, and then I have this sifter because it's kind of like chicken wire, but I used it for sifting. I like to sift my compost to make sure that my seed starting mix is light and fluffy. So I like to make my own seed starting mix just because you can use peat moss, perlite, and compost to make your own seed starting mix, but you can also go ahead and make your own potting soil just by mixing these together. But if it's potting soil, you don't have to go ahead and sift it because the chunks will be okay. But yeah, that's why I like to make my own, because I can use these products for multiple things. And these big bags like this, they last such a long time. So it's more money like up front to buy it, but it saves you money throughout the long term. The last thing I do when I make my compost, not my compost, my seed starting mix, is I add water. So I'm gonna go boil some water and then I'll just add it in this bucket and cover it with the lid and just let it soak through. And that's gonna kill anything that might have been living in the bags of soil or whatnot, to make sure I'm not bringing bugs in the house. And this is how it looks. It's nice and fluffy, and I'll add the boiling water to it right now. Be careful. Just go ahead and put some tinfoil on top of that. Cut like this for a few minutes and get absorbed by the soil, and then we can go ahead and get the seeds started. I really think this is a lot and I should probably narrow it down. Just because I know I do not have space in my raised beds for all of these, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it anyways. I do have a lot of 5-gallon buckets, and if I drill holes in the bottom, I could probably grow some peppers in those. So if I don't have space, I'll try to grow them in containers. I also have fabric bags, but I don't quite love growing my plants in fabric bags during the summer. It's fine during the fall and winter and even maybe the spring, but when it gets hot, these bags dry out so fast and then they're black. So I feel like the heat just like heats up the roots and they don't do as well as like my plastic containers. I like plastic pots better for the summer, but I don't have a lot of plastic pots other than my 5-gallon buckets. I have a lot of those. Alright, got all the tags ready. Now, time to get the soil and pots ready. So our seed starting mix has been setting and now it's all nice and like wet and ready to be used. I'll go ahead and fill them. And I think I'm just gonna use 1 cup per pepper. But what I'm gonna do is put like 4 or 5 seeds and see what germinates, and then I'll separate them because I'm starting a lot of peppers. I definitely don't want more than 2 of each pepper because I don't like when I have to compost my plants. Okay, got that down. Last thing to do is soak these seeds in some water. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my measuring cup. Okay, got the measuring cup and got the vinegar. dropper, so. Oops. Okay. Guess that's like a drop. So we got a drop of vinegar and it says to put a cup of distilled water, but I only have purified water, so that's what I'm gonna use. There we go. So we got our water here. And I'm just gonna, let's see how many seeds. We'll leave this overnight. And tomorrow I'll go ahead and plant them. But that's all I'm doing tonight. I just wanted to get those seeds started, and in a week or so I'm gonna go ahead and do my tomato seeds. So I'll go ahead and film that so you guys can see what tomatoes I'm growing this year. That's it. So thanks for watching. See you later. Bye. That's it. We're done. See you later.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for watching. Say subscribe.
A drive. I want one man a driver.
Say
Right now. Please.
Alright guys, bye.
Bye.
Got to add that once your seeds are planted, just go ahead and use your spray bottle and just spray them down real well with water. Okay. So the dome is on. I'll come over and check these every day. Make sure that the tops stay wet. And once the seeds sprout, you need to get your grow lights on right away, because if you don't get them on right when you see it sprout, they will be leggy and stretch towards the light. So you need to make sure you're checking on them every day so you can make sure you turn that light on as soon as it sprouts. But now they're ready. That's it.